Okay, I should be just about live. Let me know if you guys can hear me on any of the various channels that this is due to be heading out into the interwebs. Darkbucks, guessing you can hear me. Just let me know. Killzo, can you hear me? For those just tuning in, this is a map development / Ask Me Anything stream from Blue Wizard Digital. My name is Wizard Support. I do a lot of things to do with Shell Shockers, including make a whole bunch of the maps. Pretty new to this whole streaming thing, so bear with us as we kind of get all of the various things we need to get worked out. I've got like 5 different chats in front of me. I'm going to be taking questions from all of them. That's YouTube, Twitch, all the rest of it. May have to tweak some quality settings as we go, but you know what? That's okay. It's okay, because it's still trying to get my setup down to the point where it looks clean. We got a lot of content creators that stream our games that could certainly show us a thing or two about how all of this is done. But the audio being good, I mean, that's a very good start. What I'm going to be doing a lot of today, once the stream kind of gets up and going, hey Ellie Gamer, hey Mary Berry, Sharkbucks, Killzo, all the people. Once the stream gets up and running, we're going to be starting on a bit of a Halloween map. And I'm actually going to be taking a lot of inspiration. I'll just show you quickly what we're working with here. For those of you who have played the Haunted map from last year, that was the first Halloween map we put in the game. And it pretty much turned out exactly how I wanted. I wanted a big old spooky castle. I wanted a lot of pumpkins around the place. I wanted this kind of entryway, large atrium, and then kind of convoluted tunnels all the way to the top. So worked out pretty well. Halloween skins coming next update. Yep, October 1st, we definitely put something Halloween-y in. This year we might do something different. You can probably expect more Halloween skins coming out on the 15th. What's up, Kim Cherry? La pita está bien. Hola! Thanks for watching, guys. So this was the Halloween map that we put in last year. It was the first to feature the kind of night skybox. Since then, I think right after I made Catacombs, and there's been a couple other maps that have used the same sky. How is the quality for those of you that are watching on YouTube and Twitch? Are you able to see what I'm doing okay? What's up, Katie? What's up, Bertha? Yeah, I actually really like the way this plays. Went through a lot of different kind of iterations as we have went to get it just right. I mean, when I first actually released this map, this was the back. There wasn't this back strip here. And so these flags actually made it poke out the back, which made it so you could fall way down here. I don't know if anyone actually played that. Sosa, I'm only voice in the Discord just because I didn't want to tax my computer too much. My work computer is not the beast of beasts compared to my home computer, so I wanted it to run well enough. You guys hear the smooth background track as well? Just testing the music. My volumes are good. What I want to know is it having the desired effect? And that's not putting you guys to sleep. That's That is not my intention. The desired effect is just a relaxing, ask me anything map development stream where we basically we're looking at this one now. What we're gonna do is actually start from scratch. So I might just kind of take the floor plan of this one and basically start building another castle. And we'll see where things go from there. Woo! E&J Gaming, that's smooth. That's smooth. That's not exactly what I was going for, but I'll take it. So let's start with a blank canvas. This is the blueprint, Killzo. True enough. And I think this time for ground, we don't want the default green ground. What we're going to do is go for the same ground that you'd find in castles. That is the kind of general turnable mud block with the little bits of grass. You'd also notice it when you go underground and road. The same nature ground block. And we're going to use one without anything on it and one with stuff that we can basically turn as we see fit as we go. So we're just going to start to create a bottom section. What is up, XDay CVFVS? I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Maybe there's a way. That's not one that I know. Messed that up at the end. Specs? The specs of my work computer. I've got an i7 2600K in here. On OBS, I'm seeing green. I'm seeing 4,000 kilobytes per second. You will be able to hear my notifications. That is basically hooked up to my desktop audio. That's where the audio is coming in. So that is kind of to be expected right now. There shouldn't be too many of those as we go, though. What is up, Shell Shockers? That's a sweet account to have. I don't think we have that one. I think that's you. Mute him. I can do that. Just one sec. Alright, I'm turning off all of the additional Discord sounds for now, which allegedly you have to turn off individually. So that should do it, we'll see. Yeah, I'm hearing that the stream quality's not the best. There's a chance we will restart to see if we can get that fixed, but if not, we're just going to continue on as we go here. The only problem with these kind of utility blocks, like you see here. Hey, thanks for the follow. How's it going, Drips? What's up, Zams? Thanks for watching. All familiar names. Nope, I am bare bones right now. I've got everything shut down except for the kind of map editor, streaming software, Oh, it just got way better? I'm hearing the YouTube stream just got a little sharper, which is kind of nice. Hey, what's up, Al? Thanks for watching. I got a blank canvas here. And all I know about this map is that I want it to look a little bit like Boo's Castle. So by the time I'm done with it, we're going to have windows, we're going to have a graveyard, and that's about it. That's all I know that I definitely want in there. I do know I also want to use the castle blocks similar to Haunted, and the kind of challenge of this is that I don't want it to look too much like Haunted. Very, very important that it's distinct from that map. Because obviously, it being Halloween, that map is very likely to go live and be in the public map pool all of October. I'm just changing all of my things apparently to stairs, but to castle blocks so I can kind of get into the meat. Just fleshing out what I think this should look like. And I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be difficult to have it look different than the other map in terms of, yeah, I really like the big haunted house appeal, but I am gonna want it to be considerably different. So maybe I'll actually bring this a little bit wider. I think what could be nice is similar to the last one, but I'm just gonna make it a little bit wider. We wanted it all. That's all these. Hey, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. OXD, how's it going? Raid! Not ready for raids, guys. Not ready for raids. Only good streamers get raids. And I'm not there yet. Many thanks, Gray. Many thanks. You're like clockwork. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But I'll do the best we can. What is up, Gray's Ocean viewers? Thank you so much for dropping in and for the whole suite of follows and bouncing emotes that you treated me to. I don't deserve it, but I'll take it. So very much appreciated. This is our internal map editor. It is not released yet, so as much as I'd love to give you guys the goods, can't let you know. This is top secret software. Play Shell Shockers. In a way, it might not look like I am, but in a way that is actually what I'm doing. This is a Shell Shocker map that we are building up. If you were here a little bit earlier, you would have seen kind of the beginnings of some other Shell Shockers maps, but right now, first off, we're just going to start to flesh out what the bounds of a really wide haunted house would look like. So really, whenever you're making a map, like there's all kinds of balance and things you need to keep in mind, but to start with, really, we're gonna ease into it nice and creatively and just kind of build the bounds of what I think a house would look like on a plot this big. We do definitely want an area that can work as a graveyard, so actually I might want to ship this over and make kind of this whole side of the map a graveyard slash mausoleum type thing. What's the shell map going to be called? Well, what do you guys think? It's a Halloween map. I was thinking Cursed, but I mean, Cursed has a lot of internet-heavy expectations on what it should be. So Cursed might not be the best name. We can definitely work on that a little later, though. If you guys have something you think it should be called, let me know in chat. It's going to take a little bit to kind of hammer out, I don't know, exactly what we want. Hey, what's up, Alejandro? Haunted House? We already have a map called Haunted, so Haunted House probably isn't going to cut it as a name. But I'm down for more ideas. Keep them coming. Spooked? Spooked's not bad. Hollow Falls? Graved? Yeah, Grave could work. So I'm just going to use this as a placeholder now. That's kind of where the graves will be hanging out. I will want probably like something to break it up, like a little mausoleum of some description. Let's build this up. Although it doesn't look very big now, when you're actually in the map, consider your eye line would kind of come to halfway up the block. So it's fairly large space as is. It is going to be a Halloween themed map. Yeah, this is just the start of me working on... Oh, definitely not too small. Definitely not too small. Yeah, actually quite large. And by the time we build up, that's going to completely change as well. Hey, what's up, guys? If you just tuned in, thanks for watching. We got a lot of viewers in here. We got a Gray's Ocean raid. I think we've had a 1 signal notification go out as well. So wherever you're coming from, much appreciate you both playing our games and checking out some of this map development that's happening in front of you. Yeah, I've always said, like, the hardest thing about making this map will be kind of divorcing myself from what Haunted looks like. I do love that map, and I am already building a large entryway. I don't want to make the same map again, but it may very well have a lot in common with the Haunted map. I promise you, Toasted, that was not my intention. Happy to get the raid, but it certainly wasn't planned out that way. Let's make some similar kind of flints like we did in the last one. Wow, thanks for the incredible amount of follows. Definitely appreciate it, guys. Keep them coming. We'll take them. Con Codigo. No codes today, guys. This stream is just all about laid-back vibes and creating a Halloween map of sorts. Don't really have anything in mind in terms of what it's meant to look like by the time it's done. We're just gonna kind of feel our way through it and see how it goes. Every so often I'll do something that kind of looks or feels better, and usually it's pretty obvious. Usually you're like, ooh, that is nice. I like what's happening. And normally it's pretty clear if it's not working. Okay, we just scrapped the whole idea. I'll definitely take breaks as I go to kind of show you guys some of the other stuff we're working on. I've got some other kind of work in progress maps that we can just touch base about. I can show you guys exactly how we're doing so far. Developers' names on the gravestone. You know what, Yee? You can hold me to that. Come back and check in, I would say, I'm gonna do one more of these streams before the map is released, and that's a good idea. I think you're likely to see that. Where's Pringles? Pringles is everywhere. All around us. He's an operator. So, I mean, okay. If this was the Haunted map, obviously you got your front entrance, your two little side entrances, you got your actual sides, your two back entrances, and I guess mirrored like that. I don't want to make it the same that it was before, so I'm definitely going to have to do some extra things. Thanks for all the follows, guys. Definitely appreciate it. We got a lot of various dev content coming to you soon. Andy, one of the producers and leads on Nuke Zone, is streaming a bunch of Nuke. So if you follow, you're going to be the first to hear about all of his level designs for Nuke Zone. Well, not just level designs, really. It's very interesting how it's shaping up, and the more of the game that's built, almost the more awesome his streams are going to be, because you're just going to have so much more to see each time. Hey, thanks, Egg Girl. What do you play mostly? Guessing from the emote Shell Shockers? Nuke Zone, for now, yeah, it's only going to be on Steam. It's more of a kind of a premium title. It'll have a sale price, but make some parkour on this. People love those blocks on Haunted. That was the first map. I believe the only other one in the game to have this piece on the side like this is Haunted and Overcooked. And yeah, I love putting, you know, you don't need to go insane, but just a little bit of parkour into a map so that people have an option to jump around and kind of get a little crazy. Yeah, it's not a necessary path you have to take, but if you got the skills to do it without falling, it's usually pretty awesome. Good for hiding, yeah. Nope, variable, this is not pre-recorded, this is 100% live. I'm making this as we speak. Worried I don't have quite enough room for the graveyard. I may actually have to move this over. Let's move it over by 2 blocks. Oops. Let's start that where it's actually meant to be. So moving this over by 2 is really going to help. Because I want that to be somewhat of a feature. The last map that we made doing something like this was very, I would say, kind of castle-centric. Because I know for a fact we got some awesome graveyard-themed stuff coming. Show you guys this. Owl-worthy art right there. Don't tell him I said that, but it's taught me everything I know. That's a concept I sent over to our 3D modeler, and it's going to be awesome to not only have that hat in the game, but have some, you know, some various graveyard things going on, some shenanigans. Some slightly spooky business happening with eggs. Too kind, Owl, too kind. Is it worthy of cherry? That's what I want to know. Latest poster of various fan art to our Discord. And pretty tidy artist. Alright, I like that. I kind of like the ratios. We got more room to play with in terms of our eventual graveyard. A little happy graveyard that's going to be put here. Maybe Nate's name right here on the grave. I think that'd be suiting. I think he'd support that. It's only morbid if you think about it. So whatever you do, don't do that. What do you think was your most successful game that I have made? I mean, it's hard. Well, first off, like, I don't really make any of the games myself. For Blue Wizard, you know, Shell Shockers is definitely the one I think that's captured more public attention and imagination. Like, we've had a lot of people play Friday the 13th Killer Puzzle, but in fairness, that is not our IP. So, like, we didn't really create, well, obviously we didn't create Friday the 13th. That has been around since Camp Crystal Lake in the 80s. But Shell Shockers was something that Slobodan, the mysterious developer, created as part of Blue Wizard Digital. And it was just compelling, I think, just right away. It was an enjoyable and compelling concept. Sometimes you just hit on something that's just, I mean, for lack of a better expression, just too cute. It was way too cute. And yeah, we were kind of, when you make something like that, you never really dream that it's going to be as successful as it is. And nowadays, often, especially with IO games, you kind of make a concept and you put it up in a semi-unpolished state, you know, like it's not necessarily super rough, but it's pretty rough, and you see who likes it. And really you let, you know, the amount of fun people have while they play dictates how many people will play a game. If it's fun, people are gonna play it. If it's not fun, people won't. And so right away, like, you know, we kind of knew, actually, I say we, at this point I wasn't with Blue Wizard. I came on since the advent of Shell Shockers. But they knew right away, like, all of a sudden, people were loving the game. And they knew it was going to be something pretty special from that point on. Make a 1v1 map? I got something to show you guys. I could bring that up. We do have a couple of duel maps that will be added to the game that I've been working on, and I'm gonna definitely show you guys throughout the course of this stream. Thank you all so much for the follows. Right now it's actually on a pretty small bit of my screen, so I can't see exactly who it is who's following me. Thank you, mysterious selection of letters. Egg something. So I'm not calling you all out individually, but definitely appreciate the follow, the attention. Can I add a cave? Like a rock cave? I can add a bunker. You know, I can very easily just kind of make a underground passageway. Actually, now we're talking. You know what mausoleums should have? They should have underground staircases. And at the bottom of those underground staircases, there should be secrets. I think we can all agree on that. So let's go ahead and make some happy little secrets. This is gonna look, at least I imagine it to look. Do I want this on the side? What do you guys think? I need some advice. The entrance to this mausoleum, which will wind down, go underneath, and come up within the castle itself. Should that be facing the castle? I don't think so. I think it should kind of be private. I almost think it should be back here. Or maybe back here. That's like a nice compromise. So we're gonna do that. Make it big? Make the mausoleum big? I mean, how many people do you think are buried in one mausoleum? It'd be crazy. No, we keep mausoleums nice and small. VIPs, I thought it'd be a cool idea to have a color wheel so they can make custom colors. Definitely would be cool. Can't guarantee it'll happen, but it is a sweet idea. We definitely want to add, at some point, another extra reason, an awesome thing, to kind of support the VIPs as they support the game. I'm gonna have to raise the whole map up. Boop, boop. Helps if you make the noise. Everyone knows that. And we're gonna build down a little bit. Can I actually put another staircase here? Probably not. Not without getting rid of that. When I add a little block on. Actually, I do like that. That works. And it's just worked out very nicely that we come down, immediately start walking towards the castle. We want this to come up somewhere within the castle walls. I mean, to be fair, we could even put a whole separate staircase all the way up to some high minaret up here. I think that would be enjoyable. Is this Minecraft or something? I see why you think so, but no, this is the Shell Shocker's internal map editor. Make a hole in the graveyard where you fall into the bunker. Fall into the... I mean, that's kind of what this is, this mausoleum. I'm not against making some edits. Maybe we could make this bigger, make an actual crypt that looks like it's been moved to the side, and then a staircase beneath. That'd be some good flavor. I do love adding a little kind of flavor nod within the maps that I make. If anyone's played Catacombs, you may have noticed the kind of secret area up top with the 5 candles, or 5 groups of candles. It's always nice to put in a little bit of flavor. Why is it flipped on the socials? It's a good question, Infinite Smasher. We were probably going to have that become our full logo. We just kind of have decided that it looks a little better that way, so it just sometimes takes a little bit to roll out. Is this equidistant? We got 5 on that side, we got 6 on this side. Yeah, okay, so that's actually... I'm gonna have to make it 1 more wide if I want to keep that. Let's do that for now. We can always change all this up. The editor to pick people's weapons when they die. I mean, we've got no plans to. Never say never, but I can tell you right now, that's not on the cards. We are working on some awesome things, which I'll definitely talk about in the stream. Bow class. People love bow weapons. They really do. I wonder how it would work. And I wonder, you know, would you actually have the proper balance between kind of speed and balancing it with the crack shot, making sure it's good up close? Would it be good up close? There's a lot of questions that need to be answered about something like that. I actually want to... Let's kind of plan this out. I'm going to go straight down from here. I don't really want it to go further than that. So let's just kind of have a look at this. My feeling is that this is going to be a little too far in a straight line for what it is. Maybe we can do some kind of grave, maybe a dugout grave where you also fall in to the mausoleum. I think that would be neat. Or maybe that would even be neater. There was a dugout grave on this side that kind of did the same. It was more or less just a hole that led into the castle. Kind of like that. Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for watching. 20 minutes following. Appreciate that, rich boy. Anyone beat that? It's not bad. Let me know if my quality has continued to improve. I heard that when it first came through, it was a little rough. What? 4 months? We weren't streaming 4 months ago. That's dedication. I feel like you kind of seeked us out. Well, much appreciated. So, I mean, let's kind of fence off this area for now. We know we want the ladder to come up here. We don't yet know what we want to do with that. My feeling is that it might be really neat to have almost its own spiral staircase that's sealed away. I have to... So we're gonna do that. See how we feel about it. For those of you who joined into our last stream, we kind of started and finished a map all at the same time, which actually turned out pretty well. Although I didn't think it worked well for a Halloween map, I was very happy with how it turned out. Helps to have like some kind of base so I don't go too over the top here. This is useful for just kind of informing the positions of my stairs, making sure this is just some crazy standalone tower, maybe with windows in it. I'm looking to get some window pieces in the game for sure. Never mind, you were blind. Do I have any pine-type trees? Pine trees? I think when this map is finished, and next week we're going to do a lot of the finishing and decorations and things like that. I think we're going to have trees without leaves on them at all, so kind of just the skeleton of the tree. I think it's going to be good. Hey, nice to meet you guys too. I know a lot of you from all of our socials, mainly our Discord, but it is actually a treat to be able to interact with you guys a little more. I mean, if not face to face, then face to keyboard is an upgrade from keyboard to keyboard, right? I'll take that. That makes sense to me. I'm gonna go ahead and seal this up. It is a big space to just have one tower, but we're gonna try it. And if it doesn't work, then we can always scrap it. I also may be getting a little overeager with the height. I was a little too high. Look at chat, I'm looking. Make new bombs. Flashbang. Freeze bombs. So there are issues to a whole bunch of different bombs. First off, I mean, the obvious challenge is we wouldn't want to really make anything. I don't think this needs to be quite how it is either. I can edit this so that it's more closely wrapped, and I'm gonna do that. Just build this up around here first. Anything we put in, we have to be really careful about how it affects frames per second. We go to great lengths to basically make it so that this game that plays on Chromebooks can actually play at a very high frames per second. And the more things we add like that, the more in danger we are of that no longer being the case. And although, there are a lot of amazing ideas, we would like to maybe put some stuff like that in, we always have to be kind of mindful. There's always a cost. Now the good news is that almost naturally, as your bottom of the line Chromebook gets better, you're also very likely to be able to do more and more and more with what you have. So as that kind of basement raises up, we get to add things to the game because there's only really so many Chromebooks you can support going back. So although it's still going to be really good at running on all devices, we can slowly add those kind of improvements in. And you may have noticed the lighting improvement that came in about a year ago. The game looks substantially better. Things like that, as we go, you'll probably see a lot of. Including, it's not like it would be impossible to put the game on Steam for those with better computers to play. I can't guarantee that's what's happening yet, but I can say it's something we've talked about. Fall damage, I think part of the fun about the game is no fall damage. I think if you add fall damage, I think it drastically changes the game. Now, they are eggs, so jumping from great height, taking damage, you could argue that makes a lot of sense. 3 years, 7 months. Progress is amazing. Yeah, it's come a long way in that time, and I guarantee you we're not done. We've got a new game mode in the works, which I'm very excited about. This tower is the chonkiest of chonky boys. I didn't think it was going to be that big. I think right off the bat, I need to make it not that tall. Too tall. Very much too tall. I think that's livable. depending on what the rest of it looks like. More about the game mode, Mystery Boy. It is more of a kind of control point slash King of the Hill style mode. Oh, that is deadly, all right. This is not a place you want to be. Get rid of the excess blocks. Put in a little ladder. Have you ever thought about creating an egg mannequin in some maps in Shell Shockers? Now, an egg mannequin in some maps. Now, Shark, are you talking about that kind of, you made a kind of an example for us a ways back, and I actually watched that video fairly recently. Kind of an egg mannequin where you could try on a whole bunch of different skins or pose those skins in like a high-res background of a map so that it would look good. Is that what you're talking about? Pickle, I pretty much do. I mean, other than with you guys, I mean, I'm making them with you guys right now. I basically make all the maps myself. Every so often I'll talk to certain people here and see if they have any good feedback. But most of the time, I just kind of make something, I iterate, I revisit it. I might try it on some of our testing sites.
Hey, what's up, lads?
It's good to go.
Hey, is that Wiz?
This is someone on Discord, but I can't see who it is because of the way my stream is set up currently.
Oh, it's me, Hazard.
Hey, thanks, Adam. You sound exactly like I thought you would.
So what's going on? What's going on?
This is the kind of skeleton, which is an apt word of our October map that we're hoping to put out. I mean, we'll see. There's a lot of dev time left, but I'm making a map similar to Haunted, yet substantially different. I wanted a graveyard of sorts. This will, you know, we're going to improve with a few assets. Really, right now, I'm just roughing out exactly how these spaces are going to fit together.
Cool, cool.
I kind of wouldn't mind in this bottom section some kind of hallway with weird stuff on the wall. I feel like that's what these places need. I'm gonna get rid of that and move this over and keep this just 3 blocks wide, which is fairly big, but it's a solid hallway, and we're gonna have kind of corridors come off here and do various things around the haunted mansion slash castle. For those of you guys who don't know, Adam is a member of our Discord server. We should have some links in the description for you guys to join. Basically, we got all kinds of giveaways and other things going on there. So if you are watching the stream, you came in from One Signal or elsewhere, yeah, drop by our Discord and find out about a lot more things that are going on before they're generally announced. Yeah, the AUG was added in not so long ago. Spiderwebs, yeah, spiderwebs are going in, don't worry. These gravestones are gonna look better by the time we're done. Spiderwebs, trees that have no branches at all, mysterious, scary looking trees. Those are probably gonna find their way in. I don't mind that. I'm gonna have to make some more edits, but generally speaking, I like the start that we've made. Jump pads. I gotta say, we have played around with jump pads. Hey, thanks for checking it out, Captain. Much appreciated. What's up, Novo? What's up, Lime? Should make the tunnels so people can jump. Oh, too high? Yeah, I don't mind that. Like, so there are a lot of maps. You take Stage, for instance. That whole thing was one... the basement was one block. And so you couldn't jump in it. And I elongated it so that it was... Or I raised the ceiling so it was 2. And I much prefer the way it is now compared to the way it was. But at the same time, it is nice to have some corridors that feel claustrophobic. Feel kind of nasty. I mean... We're just fleshing this out right now, so it'll probably be considerably different by the time we're done. Put some happy little trees in there. Let's go for the larger tree, and kind of, even though I don't have the piece ready yet, let's put some regular trees around the place. We're just gonna, again, this is very much like just painting a picture, except we get to erase things a little bit more easily than if we were using anything else. So we just kind of see how we feel about things, see where we like obstacles, see where we want to cut down on sight lines and where we want to open up, and kind of design based on that. Make sure people can't jump in the trees. So fun fact, we can actually make it so that you cannot jump in a tree. You might notice that on some maps. Basically, you can't see this when you're in game, but they'll have this block that stops you from moving into it. However, I kind of like having that option available sometimes. It's nice to have a place where people can just jump right in. I appreciate the people in green skin, wearing the green egg skin, who just sit in a tree and try and blend in and snipe. I think it's hilarious. And honestly, I even think there's room in the game for that. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. But I'm down to hearing about what people think. I mean, I might be wrong. I've definitely been wrong many, 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 many times before. New Bird, we do it for you. You're the guy. Alright, so if we keep to this idea of this center section being straight all the way through with a couple walls on either side, we can build that out, see how our space looks, and decide kind of what type of space we want. Often when we do stuff like this, you kind of just see what size rooms you're working with. The whole map may have to get bigger, we may have to pop a whole bunch of stuff out. Branches model realistic. I am wizard support, kid of mine. Jail bars to make it look more, I don't know, haunted. We're gonna have some haunted stuff. Don't worry, by the time we're done, this is gonna look plenty haunted. And a lot of the, I guess, spookiness comes in almost right at the end. Basically, we bake the light into the map, and we make it so that the lights are really low. I mean, right away I can put the sky box to night. Can I? Can I do that? It didn't change the skybox. I'll have to look into that. But even just changing that should make it look a little... I can change it to moon base. I can have night skybox? Alright, okay. Alright, it's back on board. Do you think a grave that's dug up and when you look down there, there's bones? Jamie, eggs don't have bones. I shouldn't be the one that has to tell you this. Alright. So I mean, definitely this is going to be a side room. We have the space, we're going to make access into this, and this area is going to be something. Obviously, maybe we'll do it right on the other side. I don't love having that sight line. Maybe we can do something like that. This area. We'll see what that's going to be, whether or not you can access it through different places. We're going to need at least another couple towers. And the placement of those will... Eggshells at the bottom of the grave? It's a fine idea. Creepy sewers. Underwater vents. Underwater vents. Underwater vents. Traps. Don't worry, we're gonna have a lot of interesting Halloween skins for you guys. We got all kinds of great content coming up, especially for Halloween. I was showing this off not long ago. It's a prototype, so don't read too much into it. But you might see something like that. Nuke Zone or Shell Shockers? I mean, they're different games. Personally, I'm an FPS guy. I have been the majority of my life. I was around almost at the birth of FPSs, so I would say Shell Shockers. How come the wooden spikes don't deal damage? Right now, we don't have environmental factors dealing damage to people, but I'm not against adding that in the future. It's just, it would be a bit of a, it's like adding fall damage. It would change how all the maps play. So it's definitely like a big decision to be considered. Halloween guns? Yes. You may have seen them out before. In fact, see if I can swap over without too much issue. Yeah, alright, this looks good. Oh, but I'm not signed in. No, too dangerous. Too dangerous. Twitch stream. Fool me once, shame on you. That would be cool. That would be cool. But there are Halloween skins already in the game. People who were playing last Halloween will have them. They will be re-released with, I mean, obviously, right? Obviously. They will be re-released with the additions. I don't think, there wasn't a Halloween grenade out last year, and there wasn't a Halloween AUG, so we will definitely be re-releasing those things. Or releasing those for the first time and re-releasing the existing ones. I can tell you that there will be a couple of new Halloween skins, completely kind of original design, that are coming out. There's also going to be, as I said, a Halloween AUG and a Halloween nade, and a bunch of new hats, and a bunch of new stamps as well. Alright, I tell you what, we've got this tunnel here. Let's do the other one over here, but this will actually be the empty grave with some eggshells in it. Good idea is a good idea, guys. I totally think that's a good idea. We can have that be a dugout grave pretty easy. By pretty easy, I mean a little annoyingly difficult, but we'll get there. Don't worry, guys, my assistant just arrived. Will you let me pick you up, Nico? Okay? Whenever you're in doubt where the real genius behind Blue Wizard Digital comes from Nico. The real mastermind behind it all. Thank you for the follow. I know that's for Nico. I'll pass that on. Oh, yeah, she's a cutie, alright. Actually, Bandit the other day, for those guys who don't know Bandit, he used to be a Shell streamer. He is still a mod in the Blue Wizard Digital Discord. And he explained the difference between a doggo, a puppers, and one other thing. I can't remember what it was. Can you add a thing where you pick maps, can pick which maps you play? I'm not playing any maps. Oh, you mean while you play the game? You want to head out, Nico? Right now, we don't have map voting. That's not something that we are definitely never going to add, but it's currently not in the game. I can't say when it will be. You remember Bandit? Well, Bandit still is real. He's a real person. He still exists on the Blue Wizard Digital Discord. So, if you ever want to, you know, sate get your Bandit hit, yeah, come on down. Discord.gg/Blue Wizard and join the rest of us there. Nah, I like that being inset. I think that's better. Let's see if I can inset at this side as well. So it's kind of how maps come together. Really, it's a bit of an iterative process that changes as we go. I'm gonna call this map Cursed for now, but I don't think that's gonna be the final name. What about having all the guns you can change well in game? Oh, so like dropping a gun when you die and changing it. Enchanted? Enchanted is a little... Enchanted's a little weak. It feels a little Disney to me, which I don't know is quite what I'm going for. I want something a little spooky. And so, in terms of anti-cheat, obviously we don't support any cheats for the game. We do a lot behind the scenes to combat cheating in Shell, but of course it's always like a give and take. But right now, all I can say is you shouldn't see too many cheats in the game if they do exist currently. A pirate map would be sweet. A mythic gun, a new mode called Rainbow. All good idea. Graveyard's not a terrible name. I mean, the Graveyard's going to feature pretty heavily. It's on both sides of the map currently. Room tour of this. Oh, of this room? This one that I'm in? I will definitely... I try and pick up one thing off the walls to show you guys each time. Maybe I can do more than one this time. This is my original Legend of Zelda NES cartridge. Still works. Gotta use it like a harmonica beforehand. I'll definitely show you guys another few cool things in here before I'm done today. Right now we're gonna save this and quickly open up kind of a sneak peek of another map that's on the way. And I've definitely showed this one off before. You guys might recognize the general layout from another game. Definitely like to take inspiration from a whole bunch of other games that are out there. This isn't like a full-size public map. This will be private only, but it has a lot of little tiny kind of nooks and crannies and places to hide. Whoop. Even in the center, there's a little bit more going on than it looks like at first. So pretty excited to see how this one plays out. I think it'll be a really good 2v2 map, really good 3v3. I don't know about public. I don't know if you'll want to play this with an absolute full server. Quickly put it in the game right now. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun little map. I am sure of that. It's got just enough uniqueness and things going on to make it pretty exciting. Yeah, just too small for public. Test it? Can't test it yet. Oh, this is way smaller than 4 quarters. The current name is Egg Crates. What about gunsmith for the attachments? Oh, with red dots? It's difficult to say that. That's not an impossible thing to do, but whenever you're thinking about a game, you don't necessarily want to make it the same as all the other games that are out there. There's a lot of features that a lot of different games have, and one of the most common things is people want all of the elements from games they like in every game they play. Yeah, you got it, Warranted, you got it. This is basically Shipment. Very, very similar layout, directly inspired. I mean, they are shipping crates as well. So, I love looking at kind of maps that are out there and thinking how they would work in Shell Shockers, what we need to change to make them fun. And really, that's the measure of a good map. You know, like you can have some maps that are fun for different reasons, but it's got to be fun. And I think this will be pretty competitive and yeah, really fun. For quite a few different weapons. It's pretty open in parts if you're a little up high, closed in others. I think it'll be balanced. I don't think it'll be like RPEG focused. How much you got, mystery boy? How much you got? If you can ship me 5 peacock feathers, I will sign it over. I can't sign it over, I don't own it. I'll take the feathers. Thanks for the emote, Screen Spaghetti. All of this stream setup is pretty new to us, so apologies if it's a little janky in a couple of different ways. Friend system is something we've talked about quite a bit. Let's see what else I have to show you. This is one that's been leaked a little while ago now, but you still have a 2017 version map in your file. I have some ones that were never released into the game. Did anyone ever see the map design competition? Bozzy won, and he basically won with this map that I have laid out, but we haven't put in special block score. I think to do it proper justice, you know, this should look like a fridge, these should look like tables, that should actually be a door. But I have roughed the whole thing out. It is ready to go. It just needs a little bit of skin love and maybe a little more going on in the middle because it's quite vast. In fact, you guys can see this is enormous. But this is something else that's kind of been in development. It has lots of little interesting areas. But again, you know, like a lot of these things, they're kind of concepts that we'll rough out fully. Put in game now. You say so. I gotta do it. I'm obliged to my viewers. See what else I got to show you before we get back to Cursed. Don't want to show you that. You guys aren't ready for that yet. Let me see if I can show you kind of an old idea for something. We have some really early, I have like an early 2 towers here. Oh, interesting. What is even put in here? There's some weird stuff in here. Random unreleased map concepts that never quite made it. This was before my time. I didn't make this. I mean, yeah, it would work for Capture the Flag. I do agree. Release every map now, all the maps, all the time. Alright. Really, I think you can jump out of bounds on this one. No, that's 2 blocks. Just wondering about this layout. Ah, it's interesting. You can get all the way around in here. I do like that. One v one, 1v1. We're not doing 1v1s today. That was very much Gray's Ocean. No fashion shows either, I'm afraid. Definitely another time. Let's see what else we have kind of behind. There's a Dust Reduced. Last modified. Actually, that was when I installed it. Ooh. Oh, Reduced. This is early Dust. This is before a lot of various edits. It'll still look quite similar to you guys, but I'm already seeing some differences. This block on its side, we don't put that block on its side anymore. It actually causes some issues. This still has, do you remember this glitch? Anyone who's played the game for a while? You would snug right in here, and you jump, and then pop up here. So, either it would pop you right up the top, or it would shoot you into these stairs. There's a really good meme about Pablo stuck in the stairs somewhere. That I've always had a lot of time for, always enjoyed. I don't really see how that's reduced. Maybe one more. We'll do one more. You guys can vote, although I can't do the ooh, gallery. What is gallery? I don't even know. Should I open it? You guys want to see gallery, or do you want to see map 1? Let's see 1s for gallery and 2 for map 1. Both? Gallery? Deadly Crispo. He wants that gallery. Gotta give it to him. There you go. It's apparently a shooting gallery. Alright, I will do both, because this wasn't very exciting. I had something better in my head. Definitely big, definitely chunky. It's very open. It'll be a bit crazy. To be fair, I actually feel like something like that would be fun. No cover, you just spawn and try not to get shot while you try and shoot people. It'd be kind of sweet. Alright, map 1. Unidentified map 1. There's nothing there. There's nothing in map 1, guys. Oh, can't go to the other side, so the blue team spawn on one side and the red team spawn on the other and you can't cross? That would be kind of neat. I could see that being decent. Alright, I'll try one more. None of these have any chops. They're not loading. All the ones with cool names, there's nothing really there. Oh, we can do... I can show you the earliest versions of... This is town before the edits. So... Section of back trees you can't enter. No basement whatsoever. This was the earliest version of Road when it came out. Believe it or not, when it was first out, this was called 4-Player Town because it was the same blocks that were made as Shellville. But made, yeah, into just a different configuration. So they actually named it in the system as kind of just a smaller version of Town. I really loved the basement in this level. This was one of the first kind of modifications I did to a existing map. I could also show you the earliest version of Dust, Arena, Moon Arena, the earliest field, the earliest castle. This is what this map used to look like without the additional things on either side, smaller trees, cramped spawns, but otherwise has a lot of similarities. I didn't tweak these ones very much. I would rather you not, Mystery Boy, if you're able to, but thank you for asking. The biggest map, I will show you really quickly if I can. This map is slated for release at some point. This is a fully completed and realized version of Dust 2, the Counter-Strike Go map, but kind of built by hand and ported into shell shockers by myself. Those of you who have ever played Dust 2, this one's obviously called Dirt 2, but you have your terrorist spawn and your counter-terrorist spawn. You have the very large offing sight lines from top to bottom. You have your bomb site B, your tunnels, lower B, got cat, got long A, bomb site A, CT spawn, all pretty faithful. This one took a long time to make. I mean, first off, I wasn't able to kind of freely iterate. I'm more trying to copy something. And also, just to get everything so that it felt like it was about the right size was very difficult. And even so, it has some issues. But I did get to add in some additional fun things that I thought would make kind of enjoyable additions to the map. And this one is definitely would be a public map. This actually wouldn't, I mean, unless it was a full private lobby, this map is so big that, you know, if you have 5 people in it, you're going to be running around a lot. But some happy little palm trees. The blue balls, yeah, these are basically mark where the blue team would spawn. And they're one of the last things I would put into a map as I'm making it. Really, to finish off map making, you want to get rid of all extraneous blocks so that, you know, this one is essential. And I've already... What are those happy little boys doing there? I got rid of them. Did that mess up? No, those are just extra spawns. I must have put those there by accident. Hey, thanks, Lime. This one took probably about 10 hours in total, I'd say, from placing the blocks to clean up to boundaries. It probably takes about, you know, half that time to actually make the map, but then little things like polishing, this takes an extra long time because you have to build all of these pathways kind of separately. And there was a lot of edits I wanted to make. Like, for something like this, I spent a lot of time playing the original Dust map. A lot of time. And so I really wanted to kind of be faithful to the original as much as possible, but still adding in a lot of the same sight lines that were available, but keeping it so that it was playable and fun in Shell Shockers, which is obviously a totally different game. Movement's totally different. Graphics are totally different. So I still wanted it to be approachable and recognizable, but have its own experience too. So you'll find all kinds of weird little areas, like this one, like this one, this guy up here. You can jump right onto that center building. This passageway that are completely unique. I had double jumping. The smallest map. Here, are you ready? I'll show you the smallest map. There it is. Behold. You have a 1 square block. Everyone spawns right here. You can't go outside the bounds. You just gotta fight it out. to do it. I mean, I'm not against it. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. All right, back to where we were. Oh, actually, one last thing. Those of you who weren't here the last time that the stream was up would have missed us making this map. Last dev stream we started and actually finished this one. It started just with the ground cover here and 4 towers, and we slowly iterated all the changes we wanted to see. I think it's going to play quite well. I'm excited to play this one when it's in the game. Can I help you on the pirate map? You guys can make anything you want and submit it to the fan art page on our Discord. I would personally love to see what you guys come up with. Yeah, no, I actually think this is going to be balanced weapon-wise and super fun to play. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of sniping, but then again, a lot of, you know, you can pretty much sneak up to anywhere without people seeing. Oh. What do you guys think? Nico's outside. Should I let him in? Favorite streamer? It's hard. That's a hard choice. Don't make me choose. I love the classics. I love me some Serpius. I love me some Owl. At the same time, kind of love me some New Wave as well. Gray, I think's done an amazing job since he's come in, and really, you know, done a lot for the category. Really, just having anyone talented in the space and streaming our games is like a dream come true. Pretty lucky to be in the situation where almost all of the streamers we have, and all of the official ones, are awesome people. How long is stream gonna be? I'm hungry, I can't leave the stream. We're gonna play around with this a little bit more. I like the idea of this being just like a weird, grubby, dirt floor murder room. I think that could be kind of fun. And it's interesting, actually, that is considerably different than the last Haunted map, in that this house kind of has rooms and separate areas you can get into, which I kind of like. I feel like this room is going to want ways up, and then it's going to want a kind of balcony of sorts overlooking the graveyard. But we'll play with that. Don't worry, Mystery. I would want you to feed yourself over and above watching the stream. If you want to, we're going to be streaming again, so you'll have lots of opportunity to come back and see what we're doing. Ah, yes, the grave. Is it just me, or is the quality like 360? The quality of the stream is not phenomenal. I'm going to definitely be looking to up that for the next stream. Of course, you can talk boom off or bomb off. Bomb oof. I mean, that's more likely. I'm going to go with bomb oof. If you guys are just tuning in, we are making Shell Shockers maps. Appreciate you being here. Right now, we're kind of just iterating on a few things, seeing what works and what feels right for what we're doing. I do want a corridor. And the cracked egg grave. Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of a cursed egg grave. In a map called Cursed, in a haunted map, you gotta have some weird things happening. Otherwise it's just not right. Thank you for the follows, guys. Much appreciated.
Wow.
At some point, I'm sure we'll have channel rewards, channel points, all of the things that you might expect from an actual polished streamer. We don't have those things yet, but stay tuned, because we certainly will. You want to join these up? I like joining them up. And I like the idea of it for now. See how it goes. Trees would have to move. That's okay.
Wow.
I think someone's probably in the Discord. Add a secret pathway with the invisible blocks. I did add one of those to Dirt at some point. And I did definitely enjoy people working out how it worked and finding a way to kind of chain them all together, which they did. Not all bugs are unintentional. I mean, certainly not all of them are intentional, but I do love me some bugs in the game that can be super fun to play around with. Might need one of these blocks to be half size as well. It'd be kind of neat to trim that off so it's not as low. It might be on the development docket coming up. Like this being another tower. Two v two or 1v1 v1v1. I make map, K. Apple make map. I'm making game right now. Nice. Very nice. And we have vines on the side? Does that speak to you, Killzo? We could think about it. We'd have to make it up, but it's not impossible. Ooh, can I show you guys this? I think I can. Those are some nice looking guns. That being completely closed. Oh, I'm in love with that. I have to edit this out. Fine start. I do feel like this should go around. You see with a map kind of this size, with this scale, Definitely takes a lot of different development. Make a random game. Is there a cracked egg block? What is the code? No code for this, guys. We're just playing around with the map editor. You can't play this map yet, but there will be one very much like it out at some point in the future. I think we're gonna wanna go up here. We're gonna wanna stage up on this side, I think, so we can avoid coming so close to these stairs. That makes sense to me. I don't know if I should add another way to get up here. Kind of like there being only one way up. It's a little brutal because I don't want to make this spot too overpowered. People do seem to love, and I will say love, the map we have with a bunker that's only accessible one way. It's interesting how many people love that map just for that reason. Make it only one way? You want this to be the ultimate tower of defense? We can. That's definitely an option. People will camp, though. People will camp. Campers be camping. You almost want to give people the option to camp, though. To be fair, you don't want the map to be all about it, but it's nice to have an area where they can do that if they choose. Let's see if we can make some of these rooms a little more interesting. I like that it's not symmetrical. I like what we have going on here. I think it's going to be fun. This is very, very long. Let's put a cap on it, a roof, and we'll see how we feel about that. What if you press the join button and put a very specific code, you get an Easter egg? I mean, that's not a bad idea either. For those of you who don't know, there are Easter eggs to do with the redeem code button. Maybe someone will never give you up, let you go or run around, never hurt you. Some nice things. Spiderwebs, you'll probably see some spiderwebs by the time this map is done. Don't worry about that. Already it's feeling very different from the other map. It's quite big. This is going to have some... If I could back up, how big is this map? It's not that bad. It's not that bad, but there are certainly some pretty large sight lines, so... This will have some pretty substantial edits, I think, by the time it goes live. So only entrances are the two big gates. The only entrances? I mean, right now we have this one and the one over here. So there's technically there's 4 entrances. Oh. Nico, I can't stay mad at you. Get in here. Nico. What do you think of the map, Nico? Is it good? Think I'm on the right track here? Yeah? Is that a good thing? What do you think of the graves? Do you like the graves? Bones in those graves. You know, I honestly, I don't know if Nico cares. Nico just wants pets and treats. Hard life. Congrats, Nico. You're famous. Oh, doggo. Dev doggos are the best doggos. Bit of a murder pit. I don't know how I feel about it. I do stairs coming up into here? Not really. I'm kind of limited. I don't love that. I'm not a big fan. I could have another way in almost around the outside. Or dropping down onto it. Not a terrible idea on the face of it. Right now, the kind of only thing I'm dealing with in terms of making this a really good map, I have to fill up this area with interesting features and tunnels and levels. You know, I don't want it to be flat. So there's certainly work to be done in terms of making it like a really cool space. Make a secret entrance like the claustrophobic path into a room. Well, this is your secret entrance. This one here, kind of in the grave, we'll mock this up so it looks a little better. One grave with nothing, one grave with secret entrance. I do like that. Definitely don't like this. I mean, I know for a fact this will have to change. Because it looks bad. I can see it. I like this section. The bits that I love, this whole side, for sure. This whole side, not in love with, but we got a lot of time to kind of think about how that looks. Probably build like some kind of other mausoleum-like outbuildings. I think that's quite likely. I've never loved having like a long stretch like this on the edge of the map that's just snipeable the whole way, so we'll have to edit that quite a bit. So lots of edits still required to get this into a way that's feeling really, really nice. Let's get the non-gated section of these arches. Oh wait, of course they're all gated. Let's add this over here. Make this a double. We have our space. Boundaries are pretty well laid out. We probably want ways to get up. We definitely want a second level. Excited for the cracked egg grave? Don't mention that to your psychologist, okay, Jamie? That's worrying. I'm excited too. I think it's gonna be pretty nice. Thanks for the follow, guys. As I was saying, and I've been saying for a bit this stream, we got a lot of different streams kind of planned and some developments in the future, so definitely appreciate the follow. You'll find out about what we're doing next as soon as we know. Battle Royale? I mean, we have looked into it. It is something we've talked about. But at the same time, you know, we don't want to make our game just like every other game. Definitely going to need to sort that whole section out at some point. Oh, is it ever Friday? This weekend, at least where we are, is going to rain like nothing else. So, we're gonna have a lot of indoor time this weekend. Pretty excited. Might work on this map a little bit. I imagine at very least by the next time you guys see this map, it's gonna have a lot of developments. and then I'll make sure I save a certain amount of it so that we get to finish it, and you guys can watch. Yeah, I mean, we do live in a rainforest, so we're used to rain, but this summer's been cooking. I mean, it's been cooking in a lot of different places, but here it has been very, very warm. But we have a good start here. Kind of like where it's going. Haunted pictures, haunted pictures. Gravestones. Unexplained hole. Just fill that in. Cracked grave, eggshells. Open grave. Leads to a very dodgy, slimy, gross room within the castle. Only one way out, kind of a murder hole. And yeah, I do enjoy the murder holes as they are right now. But I think definitely gonna need some edits. Maybe that's the way to go. And then this would all still be... I want people to walk all the way along this side. Have this be what castle. Yeah, a lot of decisions to be made. The Yukon, forget it. Forget it. Really harsh winter. Interesting. Yeah, so there's a lot of tweaks that I'd love to make so far in this map. I'm already seeing a whole bunch of stuff that will need to get done here. So even though we have a pretty good basis for a map, we've got a lot of work left to do. So if you guys are watching this, definitely drop into the Discord. Let us know what your thoughts are on it, what you'd like to see, what you think sucks, and what you think needs to be changed before this would actually make it into live. Always pretty excited to hear what people think and what ideas they have. There's always something I haven't considered. It can work out as being quite fun. In the meantime, I think I've been live for about an hour and 45 minutes. Probably gonna call it a day pretty soon. But if you guys have any other questions for me while you have me, anything about Shell Shockers or Blue Wizard Digital, life in the Great Canadian West, or anything else, just let me know. As I continue to put the last few tiny bits of brain polish into this pretty unpolished map so far. Many thanks for the follow. Definitely appreciate it, guys. Content creator sash? Definitely not impossible, Sharkbucks. Jamie, the next stream next week, pretty much the same time. A bandana? That's insane. For those who don't know the bandana, it's from a lot of our promotional artwork since we've made the game. In fact, I think it existed. I think the image of the bandana actually existed even before the bandana was made. But the image we liked so much that we ended up making it and putting it in the game. That's awesome that you won one. It's super rare. Sharkbucks, content creator sashes, definitely something I'd love to see, but I don't have plans for it yet. We already give the content creators quite a lot for kind of, I guess, streaming our content. Like, we try and give them as much support as possible, but I'm always down for some extra ways to kind of show them that we care. So I can see something like that coming and happening in the future, but No plans just yet. I can't tell you that we have it on the go. Battle Royale mode. Probably unlikely to see it. We are developing a new game mode right now called King of the Coop. And yeah, join our Discord. You'll definitely hear more about that soon. Okay, murder, murder. I like it a lot. I don't mind that either. It's a little rubbish coming directly into the line of the stairs. It'd be better if it came up here, I think. Let's go ahead and just make that change while we're here. After all that, I put it on the wrong one. There. That's slightly better. Tough break if you're coming down, someone's coming down those stairs as you do it. Maybe I can just put it there instead. When we finish, we'll go through and basically take out all of these blocks, which are just underneath, which don't need to be there. We always make sure we cut down on as much vertices as possible. What app am I using? This is our in-house map editor that we use basically to make all of our maps. It does turn it into very much like a... Hey, what's up, Tariq? It does turn it very much into a Minecraft-like experience, but it's a really good interface for just slowly building up a map, iterating on a few things, seeing what feels good, and then giving it a shot. What do you think? Skill cap too high? I think probably. That's a big ask for most people. I can leave it there for now though. It's an interesting idea. I like the idea of offering a way to get up there that's a lot harder. Still pretty easy to defend. And that usually comes in more at the end. Right now, for instance, like there's a lot about this map, especially around the outsides, that basically would scream crack shot. So a lot of work needs to be done to pare this down. 0 seconds? How dare you, Lime Gaming? How dare you? Yeah, it's a bit weird. Maybe Stream Elements is getting like me, just ready for the weekend. I think that's probably pretty likely. Well, thanks guys. Thanks for joining me and Nico for this dev stream. I think we got a bunch of details sorted out last week or this week that we kind of hadn't done last week, so pretty excited by the development. It's going to be better every time, so make sure you come back next time you see us go live. What's up, Egg Snip? Sorry you just got here, but we're on the way out. We do definitely want to incorporate more lore into the game. You know, as scummy as Egg Org is, I love the storylines that they brought in. How old am I? Older than the mountains, older than the trees. These ones at least. So, definitely lasted through at least this stream. Maybe a little older than that, so. Wiser all the time. Right. Well, I'm starting to talk nonsense, so I should probably go, guys. Appreciate your time, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again.